Today I'm going to cover three little items about our compact dispenser units. First, I'm going to give you just a little brief idea of how it works. Second, I'll get into the filling of the unit. And third, I'll try and get into the adjustment of the unit, the initial adjustment. First of all, I pulled out a De-icer 2-inch inlet outlet with a 2-gallon reservoir. All our compact dispensers operate the same. They all have a flow guide on the inlet or in the throat of the unit. The way this operates is you put it in line, like we say, as close to the freezing point as possible. The air will come in, pressurize the bowl. At the same time, with air moving through the unit, it will create a low pressure area behind the flow guide in this unit. With that happening, the pressure in the bowl will push the fluid up the siphon tube, which is inside the tank, up past the adjusting screw, into this little sight dome on top, which you will be able to see little droplets coming out, which will fall down into a little hole in the throat of this unit, and the air will atomize that fluid at that time. Very simple. As far as filling the unit, you can fill this under pressure. And the way that is done, when I mean under pressure, I mean with all your tools operating and stuff, there's no reason to shut your system down and let the air out. What you want to do is loosen up this bleed plug on the very top of it. Slowly, it will depressurize the bowl and it will shut the air off coming into that tank. Once you have bled that air off, like I say, very carefully do it so you don't get sprayed in the face with air. You will take the plug out, that way you know it's depressurized. Like our model T90 and T83, you would fill through that fill plug with a very small funnel. On the models T85, 87, and 89, we have a 1-inch gate valve on the side of it, which you will fill up either Tanagas or No-Tox. You will fill up not past the top of the gauge glass, but down just a little bit. You will, first of all, you will loosen up the petcock on the bottom. Every time you fill it, you should loosen it up a little bit. Drain a little bit into a cup. Usually what happens is contaminants from the air going through our unit, you will get some contaminant from the bottom of it. Very little, but drain it out and see how it is. Once the unit is full, close the 1-inch gate valve, put the plug back in. When you put that plug back in, it engages a check valve, which there again pressurizes the tank and you are ready to go. Next, I'll get into a short little segment of how to initially adjust this unit, which once it's installed, full of fluid, what you want to do is open up your air line downstream so you have full airflow going through this. Whatever your compressor puts out, we want full airflow going through this unit. You will then go to the top of this unit where the adjusting screw is, the R34 adjusting screw. You will crack that little by little until you see roughly a drop per second coming through the sight dome. And you will be able to see the droplets fall off the little shepherd's hook. Once you see that drop per second, what you will do is go back and close your air line down. And that is the initial setting of this. You may have to turn it clockwise to use less fluid. You may have to turn it counterclockwise to use more fluid. But it will get you in the ballpark on how to initially set this.